Hello, here we go. Oh man, it's getting close to the end of this game, isn't it? Shrug. So you found it. You found the swamp, huh? Yay! Good job. Yeah, that's one thing that's annoying about the game is why does it feel like the swamp is too hard to find? At least in my opinion, it's a little too hard to find that area. I mean, there's like two entrances to it, but still. Yay! You found the swamp area. Good job. Yeah, that area is fun, even though oh man, it can be pretty hard. Hey, sounds like you're making some progress. And of course, thanks for coming in as always. Yeah, it's a fun area. So yeah, Shrugs, have you completed it? Have you really like completed? Hey, Forrest. Yeah, it's nice to see you. Have you really completed any areas in the Witness Shrugs? As far as you know, like quote unquote completed. Yeah, how are you doing today, Forrest? Hope you're doing well. I'm a little sleepy. I could not sleep last night, but I got myself up. I'm excited to play some puzzles as always. Oh, interesting. Hey, maybe the swamp will be your first. There are some pretty tricky ones in there, though. I guess you never finished that symmetry area, did you? Because you did like part of it, but then you never saw that one area yet. It sounds like you're part of the way through Sim. Part of the way now you're part of the way through Swamp. Town you made some progress on. That's good. But yeah, that area is usually gonna be one of the last, anyways. And I guess if your other areas, yeah, you looked at the weird try symbol thing and couldn't figure that one out. Well, maybe you'll figure that one out eventually, huh? And then you'll complete that area. But yeah, I actually love the Tetris mechanic. It used to be somewhat frustrating, but playing the randomizer, it's like, dang, I love this Tetris mechanic. It's fun. It's fun to think about and try to visualize what's going on. Alright, well, without further ado, I guess it's time to play. But first, actually, I guess I do have somewhat more ado. I actually made some levels. I sent them to Carl. Sadly, Carl can't be here today. At least he might not be able to be. But I actually made some levels for the first time. So let me show you the level codes if you ever want to check them out. So here we go. It's these three here. Obviously, some of these went through a few revisions because, unfortunately, after publishing, I found a cheese, and so I had to fix them. But yeah, I've got these three puzzles here. So here's one of them. I might post these codes in chat then. Let's just make sure that I don't think I've actually tested to see if these codes actually work. Yeah, so this is the one I mentioned that has the word word involved. All or nothing, eh? Interesting. Well, I mean, I only published it like a couple days ago, so it must be a coincidence. Report level? I wonder why you'd be able to report a level. I guess if it's like glitched or something. Yeah, and then I have basically a variation of that. This twisted knot one is like the bonus version of tangled knot. And then all or nothing is the, well, you'll see what this level is about. This level is about all and empty. Doing math. No, that's just, yeah. Love, huh? Love is rough. It's like, yep. It's hard sometimes to be vulnerable and trust someone and not have it go so well, huh? But you gotta keep trying, huh? Well, I'm glad you're here. Yep, you're here. Baba's here. Yeah, maybe there was another one that had the same title. But yeah, I called it that because it has all and empty in it. This one's probably the hardest one of the three, I imagine. But yeah, those are the three levels I made. Maybe I'll throw the codes in chat in case anyone wants to actually try them. Do. But yeah, I have a few more level ideas that need some refining. Because it's going to be pretty hard sometimes to deal with, make it so the level actually, like, works properly and doesn't have some, like, either crappy cheese or just, like, it starts to get to a combinatorial explosion where you can't even, Okay, so there's another level called All or Nothing, eh? Nice. Hey, why don't I try it? That's, as tradition, usually I, start this stream with a user level, huh? Alright, let's try it. Use level code. That's funny. Yeah, there really is there really is one called that. That's hilarious. Ah, well, we do have it. Yep, it's hilarious. It's like a lot more simple version of this. So we do have all and empty. Well, I already know the interactions of these rules now, so I could probably beat this. Okay, well, let's see what we have here. We don't have any anti-transforms. So why not just do this? Ah, oh goodness, it turned all the empties. It turned everything into empties. I didn't know that even applied to empty stuff. Interesting, you haven't beaten this level yet, eh? Apparently, oh, I know why. It's because the stupid empty text is in the puzzle. That's why it's turning everything into that's turning everything into that. Okay, well, how about Kiki's instead? Ah, well, we don't want to turn the text into Kiki. Huh, why is this bad? Because it, turns Baba into... Here, let's get my cursor off it. It turns Baba into Kiki. See if I can beat this puzzle. Well, I already know some of their interactions with this. Unfortunately, all is going to refer to empty because of this text being here. So if I try to do all as text, for example, it's just going to yoink everything. Well, that's interesting. I guess that makes sense, yeah. Empty is considered to be not all, I suppose. Yeah, I don't think it would, it should, I wouldn't think it would, refer to empty. I just don't have a way to get rid of this text, obviously, to even test that. Not all is text, and empty is not in the puzzle. I mean, I think it would just do everything, it would just do only the text, I think. But because empty's in the puzzle, yeah, it also turns that, which is not good. Because you can see, yeah. Oh, I see, yeah, that makes sense. Look, see, that gets rid of all the text. Alright, but either way, I need to get rid of this ball. I want to do probably an anti-transform, maybe? What would I want to anti-transform, though? Yeah, I noticed, that's what I was noticing when I was designing my puzzle. Like, what the heck does all actually refer to? Because I thought it was like, what is this interaction going to be? Yeah. Either the object or the text. Yeah, I noticed that. Like, it's very interesting. You think so? Because normally when you do all is blank, I don't think it generally fills up the entire thing. I don't think it generally fills up the empty space, too. I could be wrong. Yeah, see, that doesn't, right? All doesn't refer to empty, even though empty's in the puzzle. So I think empty is just excluded, kind of like text is from all. But of course, when you do not all, that does include the empty. I don't think it normally does. I think it's only because the empty text is actually in this puzzle. Interesting. Yeah, except text and empty. So, but then when you do not all, it includes text and empty. Interesting. It's a very elegantly designed puzzle, but of course I need to find a way to... I don't want to transform text, that's for sure. I only have one is, so I don't think I'm crossing this at all. There's only so much you can do, right? Just try every combination of things. Not all doesn't seem to be productive at all. I mean, unless this actually does something, like if you turn everything into empties. Like, I don't think you'd really want to do that. And of course, there is a flag in the level, but if you do this, yeah, you don't have the text. You don't have the text anymore. Why is this bad? Because the skull's there, that's why. It just kills all my, Yeah, the answer text, yeah. You would throw an error? Would it? Huh. I don't know. Yeah, because my level has empty in it as well, so... Yeah, see, that's why this doesn't work, because that Skull's Defeat is down there. That's funny how the screen shakes. It makes like the walls get a little glitchy. Whee! This is fun though, doing that. Of course, this doesn't help. Because I'm still gonna die. He's still gonna die. I'm gonna get rid of these walls. You know, turning an object into another object doesn't exist in the object palette throws an error. How would you even do that? Because empty technically isn't an object. I mean, I could just do like a simultaneous transformation with something like this. If I really wanted to, I could do some kind of simultaneous transformation with a cross. Empty is an object? What? How is empty an object? It just recalculates itself every turn, eh? Like, you don't need empty in the object palette. Huh. I wonder. So this doesn't work. See, I can't refer to I can't do not Baba, unfortunately. No matter what, it's always feeling like I'm turning Baba into something if I do not blank. Maybe, yeah, maybe it's just included, because, yeah. Like, it's not like you ever have to add it, right? When I added the word empty, I don't know if it added an empty object and I just didn't see it. But I certainly didn't add any empty objects when I made the puzzle. I was assumed it wasn't an object and it was just referring to certain tiles. So this refers to just all the text, basically. Well, that's probably not good. I think the most promising thing was, yeah, it's funny, just this that turns everything into that. But no, that's not going to refer to the walls. I mean, I might not need to refer to the walls otherwise. You can use Q to pick the empty object and draw with it. Yeah, kind of. I wonder what happens if you try to do that on a different layer. I guess just nothing, probably. Yeah, it's interesting. This is a lot more like compact and elegant way to do this. It's pretty hard to figure out. Man, what else could there be? I could do like Kiki as text if I want a second Kiki for text for some reason. Or I could turn him into all. I wonder if that would help at all. Why is there a line of junk to the left of the screen? That might be a thing in... You see a line of junk on the screen? I wonder if that's like a stream issue. I'm not exactly sure what you mean. You'll have to explain. What do you see? I wonder if that would help at all, eh? A line of junk. I don't know what you're referring to here. I wonder what I could do with this. I could do all sorts of things with, like, I could do this transformation. I can do this. This is tricky. You said you haven't solved this one, right, Shrugs? Oh, okay. Maybe it's just not centered. Yeah, maybe. What do you see on the side? Because it looks centered to me on my OBS. Interesting, you have not solved this puzzle. Well, I hope that won't screw up on the stream. Alright, I'll try a bit more and see if I can solve this. If you have any ideas, obviously, I'd love to hear them. So, all with the skull seems to be... Oh, random parts of the title screen? That's funny. It could just be OBS glitching out. 'Cause yeah, it says the entire thing is centered on my screen. Yeah, let me try exiting, going back in. Tell me if you still see it. Let's see. Just to see it. Darn it. Alright, let's try exiting the game and re-going back in. Hey, thanks for letting me know. Because, yeah, that would be a bit annoying to have that there. These Baba streets could always be interesting. Technical difficulties can happen. Alright, so let me resize my window. So usually I try to make this nice and big so I can actually see this and chat at the same time. Here we go. Now we got to move it a little over here. Move it a little down. How does that look? How's that look, Shrugs? Where's the other all or nothing? Here it is. Man, it's a difficult one. What on earth could be left? So right now, all is, of course... It's still there? What? It's just been there the whole time? Okay. We'll see if it shows up on the VOD. So, I'll have to apologize to people. Yeah, because I don't know how else to get rid of it, besides exiting the screen completely. That's funny. Just random parts of the title screen, eh? Oh, that'll be interesting to see in the video, huh? Alright, so what do you guys think I should do here? I can get more of this. If I really want to, I can get a second one of these texts. But I only get one is, so it's not like there's a whole lot I can do. I could... What does not empty do? I guess that just refers to everything on the screen, yeah. That would refer to the walls and Kiki and me, of course. Okay, we try everything in the text. You know, that's very interesting. I wonder if I could do something with that, actually. Because I could technically make another rule here, which is interesting. Okay, one column of the title street. Interesting. So what's interesting is you can do something like this, right? Of course, there's nothing here to transform, but you can do something like this. If you could somehow turn, yeah, if you could turn Baba into text. Of course, there's nothing to actually transform. If there was, that'd be helpful. Man, it's so spooky just hearing that interesting ambience. Of course, I could do empty as Baba. That would certainly give me more Babas. Look at all these Babas! Oh, goodness. Oh, my frame rate. Holy crap. It's a field of Babas. That's a lot of Babas. Not sure if that exactly helped me with getting through the wall. Because you need to be able to still, like, get rid of them. That's an interesting move, though. I don't think it helped me. Because I can't really get rid of this thing now, unfortunately. I know I could have if I did it, like, say, at the bottom of the screen or something. I'm just trying to think of silly strategies. Hey, you gotta do what you gotta do. I don't quite have a plan for this. No, even that didn't work. Having a lot of Babas does seem promising, though. Yes, more Babas. I mean, I could do this from other positions. Yeah, I don't know how some people... This is the solution, it's amazing. It probably isn't, let's be honest. I don't even know how this was necessarily going to help me. It's just something I can do. Holy crap. I made walls. Yeah, that's the problem, is you can't really break up this rule with doing it like this. There's so many Babas, holy cow. Oh my goodness, there we go. I've got Babas now. I really want to get rid of empty as Baba. It's kind of causing issues. There we go. Well, I made that happen. Let's compress the Babas. Yes, my frames came back. So I made something happen. Interesting, huh? I made all the walls into texts. I don't know if that actually helped me, but it's a cool thing you can do in this puzzle. So, now we're back to this situation. Yeah, you'll notice that even if there's no walls, yeah, you still get a wall with all, which is interesting. It's probably not part of the solution, but it was fun. So now I think it's going to be even harder to get rid of these. There's no wall is anymore, unfortunately. Too bad. Yeah, there's no more even walls to get rid of. Hey, that was cool. I'm gonna assume that's probably not the answer. What do we think it is? What can I do that's gonna transform the walls but not Baba? Do I have anything whatsoever? Not that I could tell. What would possibly refer to the, So if I do assume that whatever I transform the walls has to also transform Baba, how could I make that work? So let's say, for example... I turn everything into Kikis, right? Of course, I would need to be able to turn, I need to be able to still get Baba back, which is, I don't think, gonna happen. Yeah, that's what's really interesting about this. Huh, I don't know. Maybe I'll think about it later. For now, I want to keep going to the main game, but that is an interesting puzzle. I'll have to show, maybe I'll show the solution to this one, because it seems like an interesting one that, I imagine if I see the solution, I'm going to be quite amazed. Because, yeah, I'm pretty much out of ideas. I can get a lot of Kikis. I don't really see how that helps me, though. Well, I have less empty now. I don't know if that helps me. I can get another word empty if I really want to. Actually, this is interesting. Let me mess around with this a bit. I haven't done this yet. Man, sometimes I'm amazed at what people can come up with. I can actually get more empty text now. Not exactly sure why I'd want that, but I mean, it does allow me to do some more stuff with empties. There's so many kikis. If I can try to do something like this, obviously that's still going to get rid of me. I really love a Baba text. That's what I really love. Yeah, like I said, I've got to stop, and now I'm immediately going back to it again. I don't like turning the walls into text, unfortunately. I really would like just like to turn you could try to get a Baba text out of this. I have more empties now. Does that help me at all? Probably not. Probably not. Darn, if I could just get a Baba text. Turning the wall into text isn't going to get rid of it. And it isn't going to get rid of the skull problem either. Yeah, but that is interesting. You can basically just destroy all the text in the puzzle if you really want to. I'm curious, that just gives me more of these. I only got a bit more, but that's interesting. But we gotta beat the rest of these levels, because yeah, we still got quite a few left to go. Let's take a little bit of inventory. How am I doing on levels? So we got a few here, right? This ain't so bad. We've got, I think these last few. What were these even about? I forget. So we've got a few in the oddities. Probably, oh, only like one here. I was pretty close to finishing this world. Over here in Starry Land, I think we had this Sky Gate that I never did figure out. It's a pretty short world, but I guess it's got still got a few hard ones. And over here we got a few. Okay, so it's just like a few in each world. Yeah. And this is another level, of course. And then, of course, there's this, which I want to save for the end. No, I guess we'll see how far I can get. Well, this one I figured out off stream. Took me a little bit. Yeah, this one. This one that was breaking my brain. Yeah. So I got a decent amount of puzzles, huh? But I got pretty far. So there's this puzzle, right? So the mistake I kept making here was bringing this keyword out. So I was wondering, how in the heck am I going to get this key out? I could do key as you, sure. But then I don't really have enough space to get back. But this is what I can do. Ah, I love this. Love this music. So now I can bring the key out. Of course, the problem is now I need to be able to separate this. So how am I going to do that? Well, now we have this U thing. I turned down the volume slightly, even though the song is awesome. Yeah, so we got a decent number. There we go. So it's like this. So now basically I just need to be able to switch back to Ghost. And that's why I have these buddies. I didn't actually like get the full solution. But I got the general idea, I think. Okay, we don't want the push anymore. Let's see how this does. Okay, we've got our key out. Now it would be even better if I did that over a little bit so that the key was on the box, right? Very sneaky one. Yeah, Shrugs, it'll be interesting to see some of your new level ideas, huh? As you said, you'll need some time to come up with some new ones, huh? Okay, so right now, I just need to make the key open the box. Ba-dum! Nice. So that's how that puzzle goes. Finally, I can... Well, I still... Oh, it's just saying... Oh, no, I still have one more to get through, but nope. Is this a new mechanic? I wonder if this is the last one. Yeah, that was a cool puzzle. But first of all, let's see. There's one more, There's one more broken puzzle. I like this little orb. Nope. The orb is just like, nope, get away from me. All near Baba is full. Well, that's an interesting combination of rules. So let's see what we got with this puzzle. We got these hedges that won't fall upwards. A lot of non-transformation rules. Okay, fair enough. We have an orb that can push. I wonder why it says not Baba. But it's not anti-transformed. Yeah, well, you have one more new mechanic, huh? How about that? That's a lot of anti-transforms, except for the orb, which can transform into anything but Baba. And I can break things. And we can get rid of this, so I can push this around at will. So let's see. Ooh, interesting. That flag is very stuck in there. There's no making the hedge fall, as far as, yeah, it literally can't, based on this rule up here. But what I can do is potentially break the hedge. You know what's interesting is I guess I never really thought about it. I guess near doesn't apply to the tile itself. Because I noticed that Baba's not breaking right now, right? So it makes me wonder, is perhaps, I guess near doesn't apply to the tile itself. Of course, I still can't push these, which is too bad, but I can move around. I could move this. I wonder why I'd want to do that, though. I can't actually get the text. Maybe if I'm sneaky about it, I can somehow get this through. I think what I really want to do is move this orb. Yeah, that's interesting. I didn't realize that that's actually how it's gonna work. You know, that might be something good to keep in mind for future puzzles. That's neat though. So I think what I want to do is probably break one of these hedges and then get this through. Let's see if I could. Yeah, if I could just break this wall, I'll be fine. Sun. How am I going to turn anything into a sun? I don't have an orb word. That's weird. I have this orb, but I don't have a reference to it except over here. So what would be the point, I wonder? Perhaps near all? Interesting. The only way right now that I know of to reference this orb is with all. Yeah, because unfortunately I can't like push text through. It's not quite... I can't quite get near enough, and I guess that's why they have the not Baba thing. I could turn myself into a sun. No, I can't even do that. Let's see what all is sun does. What can actually transform? Oh, just that. I guess that's why we have tons of anti-transforms. So I can get a sun. I can break the wall. Ah, but it breaks me too, so I gotta be aware of that. Now, how am I going to get this through, given that conundrum? So I can only do one of these two at a time. Yeah, I can't get through there. The very glitchy sun. But of course I can still push things through, I just can't get near it myself. what do I want to do? Potentially shove all near sun is broken up through here, and switch it to sun is wind. That would be interesting, wouldn't it? This music's so peaceful. Of course, to do that, I'm gonna have to move this in the first place. Yeah, I wish I was better, like, coming up and figuring out all this stuff. I'd be able to make like really elegant puzzles, but hey, it's a difficult game. I guess that's what I signed up for, huh? Let's try breaking this. To do this, we'd want to put this over here. Of course, what's nice is that all won't refer to the text, so the text won't break. So we probably wouldn't want that. We do have full as well. I don't know if that's going to help us at all. All is win. Well, that's not quite what I had in mind, but it worked. Easy. Okay, let's see what this new mechanic is. Something with time? Back. So we can go back and... What the heck? Oh man, look at this. Look at Baba. It's Wormy Baba. Look at him. Squirm, 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 squirm. Ah, that's cute. Huh. Whoa. I like the question marks. Yeah, there's quite a few probably here, huh? Fire is back. Oh, I see. I'm like, why did it not go back immediately? Because... Yeah, what the heck? What is going on here? I gotta see this. Okay, that time it went... Is it because I did some extra squirming? It actually does, like, straight up go back in time. It queues up everything that happens. Man, that would seem like it would take a lot of memory. Yeah. That should be... Someone should make a level with that, huh? Revert, reverse. Just... Or reverse and back. That sounds like it would be a fun, level concept, huh? Everyone hates back and I don't. Interesting. So this is the mechanic that you said people hate, huh? It doesn't seem so bad, but I imagine it could get a bit annoying, huh? Having to memorize the entire sequence of events that happened is going to require a lot of planning. Okay, so yeah, obviously I can't do that. So we just want to go through here and rewind the rock. Alright, rock, let's go. I wonder what's with the question marks. That's a funny thing for it. Things move back in time. It's actually pretty neat. I definitely wouldn't have thought of that kind of mechanic. I wonder why Worm. This is just Wormy's world. Alright, little Wormy, let's figure this out. Okay, so we have a door we gotta open. With the key. Book. Oh, I haven't seen the book yet, I don't think. Book and back. So, the back of the book. Gotcha. Let's see what the book looks like. Ah, look at that. That's kind of cool looking. Oh, goodness. Oh, yeah, Braid. Oh, no. That actually would be pretty fun. Where you just could, yeah, like, maybe make it just like if you idle, you rewind time or something. I imagine you could make a cool, like, yeah, time rewinding puzzle with that, where you basically can control time at will. And then I guess you would, to do the green objects, you would just make so certain things are not back, huh? Yeah, Braid. That was a fun game. Although it could take a good being used to, and there's some parts that it's like, you go so slow, but the puzzle design is neat. Okay, so once I turn it into a book, it can't change back. That's funny. Sometimes I should look up like the super secrets of Braid that I never bothered to get because apparently they're so ridiculous that who would ever want to try to go out of their way to get them? But I guess they're still clever. I might just be able to appreciate the cleverness of it. Okay, so I can use the book to melt the lava. That's very odd, but sure. Back. Does it go back in time with transforming? I guess we'll find out. Yeah, it sure does. That's interesting. So it even goes back. It even reverts the transformation. But I guess once that happens, obviously it stops. Oh man, that could be used to make some clever stuff. Alright, we gotta hack the firewall. Whoa. That's a lot of transforms. Whoa, interesting. Okay, so we can switch. There's like a switch over here we can activate that will turn this into fire. Yeah, it's like a switch, huh? Once I'm standing here, I can, we get some fire there, and we get some rubble there. Ah, okay. A paragraph where there's just, like, a bunch of rules laid out in all these different sentences. So we have this thing where I can kind of toggle deadly lava and deadly fire. Gotcha. So I'm gonna have to get through. Okay, so this, you know what this kind of reminds me of? This reminds me of Talos Principle. If you ever played that, yeah, well you just have to do a bunch of reading, huh? Have you ever played Talos Principle, Shrugs? That's a fun game. This is what this reminds me of. If you haven't, well you'll you'll have this. Now, what would be nice if I could actually move this back in time? And a paragraph, huh? Oh, you have not? Yeah, that's a cool game. But I guess it might not be the type of game that you would enjoy as much. Like, it's more like Portal in the sense that it's kind of a 3D, like, environment-based thing. But, yeah, this mechanic certainly reminds me of certain puzzles in that game. People that play the game probably know what I'm talking about. We're gonna have to plan out a bunch of stuff. The only problem is, how am I going to... I can push this here, but how do I move it back? Can I back a back? Maybe. Maybe I can, like, queue up stuff and then add some more to it. Let's see if that worked. It did. Yeah, so I basically like queued up a series of actions, but then what happens if you as it's popping the queue of actions, you stop and then push more on. Yeah, I guess that's the way it works, huh? Interesting. Well, this is certainly a nice change of pace, actually being able to solve these puzzles almost immediately. Cause yeah, I don't know if it's really like it reverses back, right? Cause once you I assume what happened, Shrugs, is that I basically pushed after backing several actions. I ended up pushing more on. I don't know. Maybe it does reverse back, but I'm thinking, how would that work, right? Because if you're reversing time, wouldn't the back just end up reversing its own reverse, like as it's going backwards through time? Yeah, let me actually go back to that puzzle and kind of examine what happened. So let's see what happened here, right? So obviously we can go here. Yeah, maybe you're right. Maybe it does reverse back. Because what happens here is I have several actions to say to push it up. Huh. Maybe you're right. Maybe that's what happened. I need to check that again. Because I kind of just solved it intuitively, but I don't think I can really explain what happened. So we go through here. We're popping several actions. So right now there's several actions queued up to move the fruit, yeah, back here. And then I move back here again. Huh. Yeah, like why else would it moved up, I guess? Yeah, it moved back. Oh yeah, I guess that makes sense, huh? So while it's backing up, it's also queuing up a series of actions by itself. That is so weird. Yeah. So while it's going back in time, it's basically, I guess it must have like a separate queue of movements that it's storing up for the next time that you set back on. But what happens if you set back twice on the same object? Now what's gonna happen? I have questions. You think it would not exactly be a popping issue as much as pick the second element on the stack operation. Huh. Pick the second element on the stack. Yeah, I'm trying to visualize what this data structure actually looks like that's storing up these actions. Yeah, so maybe it's not so much popping as it is like just going back through and basically doing the inverse of whatever's on the stack. And then those things themselves get popped on the stack, I guess. So it could be less of a stack of more just it's a list of all actions that have happened, and then like as back continues, it starts playing those in reverse. I wonder. That's a really challenging thing to actually kind of think about how that works. I imagine that's part of why people hate it, maybe, huh? Is just trying to make sense of what's even going on. So you think, yeah, adding thing, yeah, maybe it's not actually removing anything from the stack at all. It's just like, but it still has to go look through, right? Back through the previous actions. So I guess it, yeah, maybe it just like scans through the list of previously done actions and kind of does them in reverse. Okay, let's see what we got here. So I got like once use things here. This rock that I need to be able to get out of the way. Yeah. And we have and. Interesting. I haven't seen that in a while. So I can go through here. I probably need to like go through with back. I think I'm going to need both of these. See, what would be kind of neat is if I could actually bring Rocket's push out. I think I can. Maybe it's actually not going to be so simple. Okay, well, maybe not like that. What happens if I try to bring all three of these in? I can, easily enough. I like how there's a little house here. I guess houses win is supposed to be the idea. So obviously I could try to do rock as win, but then they'll stop me. So I can't do rock as win theoretically unless I can get a second worm. Which I can't. And I can't do worm as win because worm as u is stuck there. And I can't do rock as u because of that rule, it disables it. So I guess that's the idea. So now we can go back in time. The only problem is I'm going to end up destroying these rules most likely. Well, oh, that's interesting. So going back in time is not pushing things. Huh, that's definitely not what I would have expected. Okay, so say you don't push things as you go back in time. It just kind of translates the object. Interesting. Wait, no? What shrugs? Back has a phantom element? Oh, what's the deal with why is this a phantom based thing? Why is this phantom like? You might have to explain that to me. Okay, I can just go back right through the fire too, probably, right? No, that does kill me. Okay, what happens if I try to control this worm while I'm going back? I can't. Like, the back is fighting me every step of the way. Yeah, okay, because it phases through things. Huh. I guess that makes sense. But things that like phase through other things makes you hate it, eh? Or is it just because of the association with that? That's interesting. So I can't, I probably could, like, push things as I'm going backwards. Let's see if that works. Like, I have to fight back, but I can kind of do it. Yeah, I can kind of fight it if I really want to. It's just that, yeah, if I attempt to move, it'll just translate me anyway. Like, I think what's happening here is that technically, if I'm pressing the left key right now, right? But you'll notice I end up going up there. So I'm guessing what happens is I press the left key, and I think what back does is it literally just seems to be like a set position. Rather than an actual movement operation, it just seems to be like a set position operation that happens after your stated action. Huh. You could phase through the level border. Well, to do that, you'd have to get into the level border to begin with, right? It seems like it's basically just a set position. So, I mean, I guess, yeah, if you can get into the level border to begin with, then you could probably phase through the level border then, too. That's my interpretation of what's going on here. It's just a set position operation. Because that being said, how am I going to manage this? What I'd ideally like to do is get Worm as You out of there. And what I'm noticing right now is that it's actually perfectly aligned with this conveyor belt. So I think that's actually what I'm supposed to do. Because if I can get Worm as You out of there, I can disable the back thing and then get back through the conveyor belt. Yeah, that's what it seems like to me, Shrugs. So maybe I started fine. So maybe I need to be sneaky about this to get that Worm as You through. We can set this up just fine. Because you notice, yeah, sometimes it actually seems to kind of move me diagonally. I wonder if fall is basically works the same way. It seems like fall is actually kind of also a set position operation, right? Because falling objects don't push things. And maybe swap as well kind of works like that. It seems like there's a couple of those, like, basically translation operations that don't actually push things. They're not really a movement per se. Yeah. You use swap, huh? I wonder if swap is kind of a similar thing then. It's like a set position operation. Because you can't push things around with swap, I don't think. Like a swapped object doesn't push something, I don't think at least. So yeah, maybe it's like a different type of operation in this game. Okay, so now let's see if I can set up a series of things that will actually allow me to push this through. That shifting belt is going to be a problem though. I'm not going to be able to, well, text will float right over it, that's fine. Okay, so what I ideally want to do is have like a series of horizontal movements that I can kind of do. Ah, because it's a collision check, okay. Huh. Yeah, I noticed that swap did something very weird with fear, right? I could like swap, but I think you can always swap stopped things, right? Which is very interesting. Yeah, kind of like push. You can push stopped things as well. So I guess that makes sense. That's why it can override it, because stop will only prevent a movement, but it won't prevent the collision check, huh? Which is why you can open a stopped item too, of course. Because what I really want is to be able to like be at all these horizontal positions. That's kind of hard to do though. I'm just going to hope that at some point I was at all these positions I'm going to need to be able to actually get this thing pushed over. We'll find out. Okay, there we go. Pull. Pull doesn't pull through stop things? But I mean, push allows you to push stop things, right? I don't know how... I haven't thought about much about how pull works. Because pull isn't really colliding, right? It's just kind of something that happens if you're standing near an item and then it attempts to move, either with a movement operation like you, move, auto, stuff like that, huh? Alright, so I'm going to have to fight this reverse thing, but I think that's fine. Now, if I can just be standing at that spot where I can push this over. Yeah, you can't push things through stop things. Okay, yeah, I guess that's a good point, huh? Push itself is considered like a move operation. I don't know, my mental model of this might be slightly off. Look at my very confused worms, like, what is going on? Yeah, you and me both, buddy. I'm just kind of confused too. Come on, stand at that one spot. With a swap you can. Okay, interesting. You can pull things through stopped things? Huh. Yay, I finally got to that spot. This is so weird. Come on, get through there. Eventually I can kick it through. just realized that even if I do this, how am I going to get past the tree? But I mean, at least this is something I can do. This guy is very confused. Man, how many movements did I do? Yay, I finally got through. Alright, we finally got through that mess. Okay, so if you're standing on a wall, you can't pull it through the wall. Yeah. You can swap things to stop things. Yeah, because I think, yeah, I noticed that as well. That's what confused me on that one fear puzzle. Why can swap things move through stop? I would assume it's because of collision check, but maybe it kind of works differently. Well, it is maybe it is just a weird case too. Okay, so the problem is how do I get back through? Because I can kind of go through here and push this out of the way. What I can't do is actually get back through here. Oh, but I can back the fire. Right. I can only do that once though, so I have to be careful with that. Ah, it's nice that you put that little hook down there. I appreciate that. Yeah, just back the fire. I don't need to worry about that fire anymore. What is back you? Could take a while. Oh no, the stupid... Well, that's fine. If I time it right, I think I can get through there. Yeah. I wonder what's gonna happen with this other fire. Yeah, so what's happening here? It's the sapling turns into a fire. Then... Yeah, I wonder why it takes 2 steps to back, basically. That's interesting. Well, either way, I don't think it's super important, because I think I've won the puzzle. That's funny. All these edge cases, huh? But hey, that was a quick series of solves. How about that? Alright, we got one more. Ah, so let's see what you got here. Situation you're talking about is this. Let's see, Baba is you, wall is stop, and skull is swap. If you have a Baba, and below that a wall and a skull stacked, and the skull moves up, Baba swaps into the wall. Yeah. Oh, so what you're saying, yeah, is you can swap into a stopped thing. The pool doesn't work like that. Well, one thing you also notice about the swap, right, is it also doesn't change the object's facing direction. That's why I basically imagined it as a kind of a set position thing. Whereas set position doesn't really seem to trigger any kind of collisions at all. It doesn't trigger stop, it doesn't trigger push, it doesn't trigger any of that stuff, right? It'll trigger collisions like overlapping objects, like it'll trigger defeat. Hey Shock, thanks for coming in. Yeah, so I think swap shrugs is similar to back in that way. I think there's like a set position thing that basically won't trigger any collision checks because it's not an actual movement operation. It's like its own separate operation that doesn't check any like object moves into object collisions. All it does is change the object from one position to another. I think teleport probably also does the same thing, right? It's another kind of quote-unquote set position operation. Yeah, because push and pull aren't a set position, right? They're actually a movement operation, right? Same with telly, right? Shrugs is that you can telly into a stopped object too. And if you telly into a pushed object, it won't push it at all. I think it's basically the same type of operation as that. That's my interpretation of that. Whereas push and pull, yeah, obviously aren't like that. Those are actual movement things that will trigger movement effects like stop and push. Select. Yeah, select apparently is what cursors do that allow you to select a level. How would that actually work how would it actually work outside of a level pack context? Maybe it wouldn't. Maybe it only works in a level pack context. Yeah, but it's like the thing. So I guess theoretically, if you could apply select to something else, you could select something with the flag. Like you could use the flag to select a level. That'd be kind of funny, actually. Yeah, Shock, I made good progress on this world. Those back puzzles were easy to me. I didn't struggle with a single one of them, really. Now we got this nonsense. What's different about this? I really don't know. Maybe the way I did it before was a cheese, because this doesn't look any different than the way I did it before. All I did was So the first thing I did, I think, was phase through the wall. Yeah. Well, it's not completely, right, Shrugs? Because the meta has the word select. It's just you can't really use it. It's kind of stuck in a wall to where you can't really do anything with it. Yeah, because the meta has one occurrence of the word select, and I think that's the only occurrence I've seen in the entire game. So yeah, can I just do the same strategy I did before? We move this orb over here. We do all is sun. Oh, it doesn't have the word select? Oh, maybe you're right. Maybe I'm just thinking of the wrong thing then. Okay. Never mind then. Ignore me. So we're gonna break the wall by bringing this down. That's funny. I think I found the cheese solution first. Unless I'm misunderstanding something, this should win the puzzle. Yeah, Shock, how you doing today? Hopefully you're doing alright. I'll come by your stream and see your stitching then. I did the cheese solution first. I solved it the same way both ways. So I guess you were supposed to use fall or something to fall something in. Okay, another one? Ah, now they didn't give you enough space. Now they're messing with me. Surely I could still use the same strategy, right? Maybe not. No, it's not gonna work. I can't push it through the wall anymore. Alright. Alright, game, you're being cheeky now. Yeah, they debated me. I guess it's not gonna be that simple. Can't I just fall the flag out of here? Maybe I'll just do that. Maybe I'll attempt to fall the flag out of this level. Could be a little bit jank, but we'll see if that'll work. You looked at the update order, and the first is block. Is that all the movements that does respond to collision check? Oh, block, that's what it's called, eh? Yeah, shift as well. Yeah, anything that, like, pushes things is kind of what I think of it, right? Because move pushes things, shift pushes things, you push things. So I guess it's called a block check. Oh, you're saying it is a block. It's not called a block check, it's just the first block. Yeah, that's the thing I called, like, a movement operation. Yeah, back and telly is like a... I guess that's what I call a set position operation. So back, yeah, as I said, back and telly did feel like they belong in their own block. Fall honestly feels like it fits there too. Because fall won't push things. Fall feels like basically just a set position operation. But yeah, movement operations happen first, I guess. That's what I'm going to call stuff like you, push, all that stuff. Where it's like one object is moving in a certain direction such a way that it will basically interact with things in a colliding way. Special movement, okay. Yeah, so it's like a special kind of movement. Yeah, that doesn't trigger stuff like push and all that. So what am I going to do? All near what is what? Well, I liked this strategy. And I can use this to maybe, like, fall the flag through here? Ah, but that falls me. That's a bit of an issue. Yeah, that's certainly an issue. Because I can't do anything with this. Besides push that over. Whoa, that accomplished a whole lot. Okay, game. What is it with broken? For some reason, this broken rule breaks my brain. It's like broken ones I've had way more trouble with than all the other mechanics in the game. Yeah, and even if I could, the text is in the way, so I can't actually fall the flag at all. The text is in the way. I would love to be able to walk up there and kind of try things, but I can't. Huh, why the fall right, I wonder? Yeah, so what, I wonder, yeah, back on the subject of, like, the game, huh, there's movement checks, there's set position checks, which are called special movement, then there's, like, overlap checks, whereas one object overlaps another, and then certain things happened. Yeah, that's what I thought too, Shrugs. It felt like it was actually rather easy world, except for this broken section. Maybe that's just because of the... Yeah, is it because of just the raw amount of things you can do with broken? What can I break in this? Because I wish I could push this text around. But unfortunately, I don't have, Yeah, this actually felt like the easiest world for me. Except for the delicacies, perhaps. That world was pretty easy, too. Delicious. What am I gonna do with this? So... Too bad I can't push the sun around, or else I could use that to kind of just go through things. But I'm so close. I'm almost there. Why would I want to fall? I can push this somewhere and then fall it into the wall, but why would I want to do that? Oh, to break one of these. Like, maybe I could break Hedge's stop. Hey, that might work. Yeah, I noticed that, Shrugs. I thought that was like... I kept trying to think, is there an order of operations to all this stuff? But no, apparently it's like... Yeah, it's like a series of triggers, like... Because, like... Push will trigger shift, and shift will trigger push, right? Like, if you push something into a shifting thing, it'll push into it, and then it'll shift over. But of course, yeah, if something shifts, it will also push at the same time. But what's interesting is that, like, you can't use push and shift to overlap things, right? You can't push and shift something onto the same tile on the same frame and have them overlap. You have to do two shifts. So it makes me wonder if there's still some kind of ordering going on. Okay, so let's see if I can... What I really want to do is let's turn this into a sun now. Okay, we've got the sun. Now we want to fall the sun, and let's see if we can fall that sun into the Hedge's stop. Dude. Yeah, so I feel like there's gotta be still some weird timing. Because it seems like you need two moves, or two shifts, or two somethings, basically. It seems like any of the things that happen on their own, like you, move, and shift, all, in order to overlap something, you have to use two of the same. And there is, to a certain degree, order in some things, like when it comes to you and move, right? Like, both of those things, I guess because those aren't triggered, maybe that's why. Like, push is triggered, pull is triggered, shift is kind of triggered. But at the same time, like, I imagine if you were you and shift at the same time, they would happen in a particular order. Man, trying to, like... Yeah. Trying to, like, formalize this is very tricky. I mean, we saw with some of those glitch levels just how, weird the formalization this can be. There we go, perfect. Alright. Bye, Hedges. Aw, crap. That almost worked. I'll just use this text to push it. Or something like more. Okay, more, yeah. Yeah, some rules don't really stack, I noticed that. I mean, I wonder, is more, so more isn't simultaneous? Like, if you stack two mores, you won't get, like, double the items, basically, stacked on top of each other? Haha, screw you, shift. Or screw you, stop. Shift is fine. Yeah! Absolutely destroyed that area after getting through that one puzzle that I couldn't figure out. Nice, the first flower ever since that Baba arcade. The Baba arcade. According to the wiki, yes, interesting. Like, some items might just be, some things might be coded to just not stack, basically. Yeah, try more and more and see if it'll produce double the items. That'll be interesting to see. But I mean, if the wiki says it, then it's probably, and it must be true. I'm sure the wiki could be wrong, but it's highly unlikely. Okay, so where do I want to try to make some progress? I know I looked at some of these. Have I even looked at some of these bonus puzzles? I don't think so, so I'm going to look at those probably. I'll make these the things, these challenge levels. Ah, look at these guys. Are these cats? Oh, they are cats. Kitties. You can pull through stops. Yeah, so... Oh, really? The wiki is wrong about something. So if you're stacked on a wall with a rock, yeah, I mean that's what I think too. You can't pull through stop things. You can pull stopped things, right? Like if you have a rock that's pull and stop, I assume you can still pull the rock around, right? But what you couldn't do obviously is if you were standing on a wall, you couldn't pull the rock through the wall like by pulling it. I think that's what you're trying to say, right, Shrugs? I like these kitties. Meow, yeah, cute. How about it, Forrest? You a cat or a dog person? I know which one Shock is, that's for sure. I don't know, I like both. But I don't think I'd ever get my own pet. Maybe someday. Pets is, for me, it's just a lot of stress to try to take care of a pet. Yeah. 1000% cat. Yeah, kitties. That's so good. Sometime maybe I should play that game Stray. I don't know. Maybe it's something that's more for cat lovers. That's looks like an interesting game. But imagine most of the appeal is probably the fact you can play as a cat. Okay, so what's the deal? Text can't be pushed down. In your previous 9 lives, eh? Yeah, look at him. They're like galloping too. Man, they really can run. It's kind of funny to see them like freeze in midair, like, halt! And they just are like literally just frozen in time, huh? Like, I'm watching you, you better not move. Yeah. Seeing cats jump around and gallop around. Reminds me of that one time where someone scared, like, one of my friend's cat, and the cat just, like, freaking jumped on my lap with, like, huge amount of force. I'm like, ow! Man, when cats want to move, they certainly can move. Okay, so what's the deal with this? Speaking of move, we got move here. We have word again, oh yay. Rats galloping? Dang, I don't think I've ever really seen a rat run in slow motion. A rat running? I wonder what that would even look like. I'm trying to visualize that. So obviously the deal is I need to be able to... Okay, we have idle again, so I need to be able to idle my way up again. But the issue is that I need to have it so I'm not moving out of the way. So before, I think the animal itself was locked in the down direction or something like that. They go from waddle to scurry to bound. They don't really gallop, eh? To waddle. Interesting. I don't think I've ever seen a running mouse or rat before. That'd be interesting to watch. So what's the problem here? Text is locked. So really what I want to do is be on top of this, right? Yeah. And let's see what's wrong with that. I'll just trap myself up here. Okay, that almost works, except I just need to get this cat in the right position. So because text is locked downwards, it becomes a wall that will stop this cat from getting out of the way. Now, if I could just get this darn cat in the right position. I just need to offset myself by 1. Okay, that kind of worked. Except it went too far. Yes. The fiddliness. I really need to find a better way to, like, when you're controlling multiple characters to make it work. Okay, so right now I need to, like, kind of offset myself a little bit vertically. Yeah, like that. There we go. Perfect. Whee! Wait, let me see that animation again. Look at the little cat that's stuck inside the move. He's, like, doing a little jig. Yeah, so it's... I guess more just doesn't stack, huh? Makes sense. Maybe they didn't want to have that. Maybe it would, like, cause some kind of weird combinatorial explosion. Or maybe just decide it would be weird to do. I like seeing the cat do a little jig that's near the move. But anyway, I guess we solved the puzzle. That was cute. Man, are these puzzles just easy? Or am my brain just working today? No, I think the puzzles are easy. Some of these puzzles are really brutal. Another one? So what's different about this? I have these sinking things here. I'm not exactly sure why. Nothing is locked anymore, that's what. There's no more locked. So, how am I going to do this now? I mean, I could do it very impatiently. No, actually, I guess not. You started Baba with a rock and did rock and Baba as you, and stop, and more. Ah, okay, so if you try to do rock and Baba is more. Well, isn't that because of... Oh, I see what you're saying. It's not simultaneous. Yeah. Because of the stop prevented it, huh? The stop of the, Stop of the rock stopped the Baba from mooring. Interesting. That surprises me. I wonder what other kind of rules aren't simultaneous. Huh. You learn new things about the game every day, it seems, huh? Alright, what am I gonna do about this? I don't have any vertical space, really, to trap this guy, right? Maybe I should just, like, move up with the other cat pushing it up with me? Maybe. Alright, kitties, let's go. Ah, but that happens. Well, that's fine. Just do that. There we go. That was funny. So many variations to come up with the same puzzle, huh? Well, that's what... so far, so good on this area. I mean, I haven't really looked at these bonus puzzles, to be fair. So it's like, thankfully, a lot of these aren't the ones I was stuck on. Alright, we have some kind of variant of this puzzle. Ah, texting your Baba is still. I remember this shenanigan. Okay, well, that was a bad idea. Probably should have gotten rid of the still word roll first. There. Oh, crap. Different directions of nudge. Yeah, I noticed. I think, weren't you the one that made that puzzle that had, like, several directions of more at the same time? Like, that was fun to program, huh? So there's some kind of weird, either iterative or, yeah, ordered operations that aren't really simultaneous. Alright, how am I going to deal with this? I think they changed it a little. I think what I want to do is come above. There we go, perfect. Okay, now what? Yeah, 7 directions of fall are kind of the same thing, right? Like, it wouldn't even make sense to simultaneous fall. What would that even mean? So there's some, yeah. Some rules just don't make sense to be simultaneous, and others, I guess they choose not to based on just how they programmed it. Now what did I do last time? It was something about like a conditional fall. Move and auto are simultaneous? That's funny. So auto really is just a special move. That's kind of what I thought of it. That's funny. Move and auto are simultaneous with each other? That's very interesting. And chill as well, huh? How curious. I'm trying to think if there's any other, like, move operations like that. I guess U, but yeah. U obviously isn't. But all of the other, like, automatic movement operations. I wonder if there's any other automatic movements. Shift, I guess, but shift isn't simultaneous with the other two. Huh, interesting. Okay, yeah, I did some kind of conditional fall here. Yeah, shift it's weird, huh? It feels like it's, yeah. What if anything comes after shift, really, as far as, movement operations go, that aren't, like, triggered, for example. Like, we saw that a shift that triggers push will happen in the same order that shift does. The weak triggers after shift? Well, I mean, I guess I'm just shocked. The probably reason for that is because, I think shift probably happens on just, like, a different layer. Like, there seems to be, like, a movement layer, as Shrugs was discussing. There's, like, a movement operations layer. There's a special movements, which are, like, set position stuff, like tele layer. And then I think the third layer after that is finally overlap checks, which is stuff like weak. But then again, yeah, weak, I think happens on, like, layer 3. which is like the overlap checks layer. Although some of the rules actually have checks on multiple layers. I don't know if I'm wrong about that, but it seems like that's kind of the general impression I get. Because, yeah, is that weak is like an overlap check, which always seems to happen after movement checks. So, like, I assume the same thing's probably true with move, right? Like, if a weak object is standing on a move object, and you set move and weak to be on at the same time, it'll move off the object before it destroys it. Yeah, there's even more layers? Yeah, I imagine there's probably more, huh? Yeah, those are the 3 layers, the main layers that I can think of, but I guess there must be, like, word checking layers, transformation layers. There's probably a few others, huh? Like, there's the layer of when do transforms get checked. I actually don't know where that takes place. Like, what if you transform something and it's weak and standing on an object? Okay, you pushed a weak object onto a shift object. Instead of breaking it, you got shifted. Yeah, that is kind of weird, huh? It's like, technically, in order to shift, it should have been standing on the object, but due to order of operations, it just doesn't destroy it. Okay, so yeah, there's movement, then transformations, then special movement, okay. Which I'm going to call set position. Then, oh, statuses, right, I forgot about those. Yeah, float. Then statuses, then overlaps, okay. So there's 5 layers, cool. I think that's a good way to kind of think of it. Yeah, it doesn't really make any mental sense, but yeah, obviously the game's weird idea of consistently. And rule parsing happens in between layers. Oh, so every layer there's a new rule parse, basically. I guess it explains why I was seeing some really weird behavior when it comes to rule parsing. Where it felt like something should have happened, but it didn't, because I was assuming rule parsing didn't happen between every layer. But I guess it does. So there's like 5 layers, interesting. Like, a reason I call it layers is because it kind of reminds me of Magic the Gathering, where it kind of has a similar thing. Where rules are processed in like a certain order, with certain blocks of rules all having their own priority. That all happen at the same time. Even though it sounds like within layers, there's also sub-layers of what order the rules themselves get processed within that. What am I going to do about this puzzle? I think something must be different here. Let me check the original and see what's different, because I think that's going to be informative. What's different about this? Text is text, text is defeat, flag is not you. Now, what could be different about this? Ah, you remember struggling with this variant, okay. Yeah, unfortunately I can't remember how I solved the original puzzle. I need to figure out what's different here. Interesting, well yeah, see if you remember, huh? I think looks like what's different is you can't push anything through here, so that's what's different. They added this little lip here to mess with you. Of course, I'm wondering how on earth I was actually able to deal this conditional fall to begin with. Oh, it's not a conditional fall, it's a conditional still. Right, of course. You fall everything, and then conditionally you still things. So, like, the solution would have been to put a flag here to still this win. Gotcha. But of course they prevented that by putting this wall here. Clever indeed. I wonder if I could find some other way to sneak something in here. I mean, what about a conditional? What about using Baba as a condition instead? When does still happen? I imagine still is probably a yeah, that's a good point. So let's check. Let's see if I can check that. Yeah, does it happen before movement checks? I imagine it does, right? Well, no, because look at this. Well, no, that's not true. It must... something must happen before something else. Yeah. Maybe it's... I think it's like... it's probably a status. Yeah, that's what I had to guess. It's probably a status. So, which would mean that... what? I wonder how you'd even check that. Yeah, that'd be hard to even check, I think. You'd have to turn on, like, still and move on the same frame or something like that. I don't know if I can really test that here. Or, like, turning on fall and still in the same frame. But I imagine if what we said is true and statuses happen on layer 4, turning on fall and still at the same frame, it would still cause the thing to fall. And then, the next frame it wouldn't. Because it sounds like statuses are generally processed after movement. But yeah. Unfortunately, I don't really see a good way to test that in this puzzle, but that'd be interesting to check. Yeah, what happens if you turn fall and still on in the same frame? In the same parse, basically. That would be my guess, based on what we talked about. So now what? I do like the idea of using Baba as a conditional still. Of course, to do that, I would still need to be able to follow the text. So that's going to be a slight problem. So I'm going to follow this. If I can't... Well, I can use the flag to push it. So, like, theoretically, I could do something like this. The problem is Baba's not down there. I don't think it ever would be. Yeah, we're back to the hard puzzles again, I see. Well, what's gonna happen eventually? Everything with level is just thrown into the status layer. Interesting. Really? Everything with level. Like, I wonder what exactly you mean by that. Oh, they mean like all the weird effects that level causes. Interesting. Oh no, you could really make a jank puzzle with that, probably. So all of the weird level effects are considered statuses. That's funny. What am I gonna do about this? Near what? It feels like we need a still. I mean, I could still text now, right? I can just still all text, but that's probably not going to be helpful. Because I can't turn text as fall on if I have the text still in the first place. And I can't do both unless I can get a second Baba. It doesn't seem like... Ooh, text is gone. That's interesting. Yeah, text is just straight up gone. Okay. Text near something is Baba. I can get a second Baba then. Okay, but what do we sacrifice then? I'm gonna restart the puzzle because that flag is trapped. Yeah, sometimes it pays to really pay attention to detail, huh? Okay, I could probably just ditch push. I don't think I'm gonna need to push if I do it this way. I might even be able to ditch the word flag. Because what I'm thinking is, if I use Baba as the still condition, I can just have a second Baba down here. Bum, bum. I love his music. Isn't this the world? That's like the World 8 music or something. I forget. This new flag is Baba. Let's just get a second Baba. And now maybe I'll just use Baba as the still condition. Okay, well I can't do it yet. That's funny. They almost got me with that. Did not notice at first that text was gone. Yeah, it's like the default music. But I guess that's what World 8 also uses, huh? Ooh, this is a bit of an issue. Yeah, how am I going to move it now? Having the flag as push really would have helped, but unfortunately, what would I give up? What do I give up to get a Baba if I'm going to do that? It feels like Baba has to be the condition because I can't get a flag down here, that's for sure. Not that I could tell. If I could just push it now, but I can't. Dang it. Yeah, how am I gonna move that? Yeah. I mean, what does the default music get used for besides World 8? Does it get used for like those early tutorial levels? It didn't work. But that's gotta be something, right? There's a reason the text is gone in this puzzle. I mean, maybe I could do both. Doesn't seem super likely, but maybe. Yeah, oh, it was interesting. Yeah, I mean, it's been so long. It would be nice that I can actually start watching Baba playthroughs now that most of the spoilers for the game are gone. Yeah, what's the likelihood that I could turn this on and then also... And the 3 big ones. Oh, yeah, I think I know what you're talking about. Those 3 at on the world map, right? Use the sim music? Yeah, I guess that makes sense. Any of the ones most of the ones that I guess on the world map themselves use that music. Yeah, what's the chance that I can do both of this at once? Maybe I could give up something else. What if I give up the word text? No, I need that for the still thing. Can I give up an is, maybe? Do I have an extra is in this puzzle? Maybe. This wall is kind of in the way. Well, I'll try that. Let's see what happens if I give up an is. The only one that doesn't do it is the one with hide. Oh yeah, doesn't it just have like no music? It's just like creepy ambience. Yeah, that's what's interesting. Can you actually just make a level with dead wind as like the background? Maybe. Okay, I need to move the flags first. That's actually easier said than done to even give up it is. Well, I can give up this is up here. So I don't really want to give a flag or push if I'm doing it this way. Yeah, interesting. So you actually can set a level with just creepy ambience as the background. Okay, well we've done that. I've got a second Baba. You know, why not just get rid of one of the flags? Oh, right, because the flags are anti-transformed. So text is the only thing I can give up, pretty much. You can make a level with the menu music, the end music, or no world music at all. Yeah, the main menu music is pretty awesome. It'd be cool to make a level with that music. I haven't really experimented too much with changing the levels music. Now, I have this is. Let's see if I can somehow cross these rules to make this work. That's what I was worried about, and maybe not. Yeah, flag is not you. I was gonna say flag is you? No, they thought of that already. Yeah, I just use the preset themes, yeah. Well, I think maybe like I changed one thing, I can't remember. Is there anything else that I can use with push? Probably not. Yeah, I think I tried it, but then I decided that I just wanted to keep the original theme anyways. Dang it, this isn't working. How? How do I activate? I can't activate these both at once. Can I? Once it's on, no. It's not like I can get a third Baba. Right? Give up yet another one? Can I just get... Maybe I should just get so many Babas. If I could theoretically turn... What could I do? What could I turn on at the same time? If I push up... Once I turn this on, it's too late to turn this on. Once I turn this on, it's definitely too late to turn this on. Let's see what it says here. When you elect visitors, you like to choose a theme and then choose the default theme. The default theme has rock, not defeat, and move, whereas the actual default theme doesn't. The actual default theme, eh? Interesting. So just to make it more convenient to actually get all the rules you want, huh? Yeah, fair enough. Instead of having to go through and manually do it all, huh? Often the theme will have exactly what I want, but yeah, sometimes I have to go looking it up myself. Alright, so I don't think this is gonna work. Unfortunately. If I could somehow turn this on and then turn the still thing on, but I don't think it's gonna happen. I mean, I can have flag as push on now. Not that it probably helps me. What if I should, like, follow the text somehow onto something? Oh no, if I have this and the Baba thing isn't there. Dang it, this is a hard one. I need to give this one a rest for now. But clearly that's involved, right? Clearly I transformed something. I don't want to ditch fall, that's for sure. I need that. I mean, what would I even want to ditch here? Yeah, pushing that over is not going to accomplish much. I can't get in here somehow. Click flag is the only thing it's going to do. You think there's a shortcut where you can just enter some words to pick and it'll both add those to the object palette and make a selection. Oh. That's cool. Yeah, the level editor takes some getting used to. I like the stamp feature where you can kind of like select some text and then like both move it and stamp it around. That's cool. But I remember something in the editor just somewhat annoying me. I forget what it was though. I'll think about this one a bit more. But I'm pretty close to finishing this world, I think. I'm going to go look at all the other levels that I haven't looked at. All those bonus ones. Ah, the Starry Lands. Why was I stuck on these? Let's find out. Oh, yeah. This one, I think I was just scared away and ran away with my tail between my legs. Oh, no. It's got fear and mimic. It's scary. Maybe it's not really as bad as I think. Well, I mean, I've did that hard puzzle with fear that you made, so... I mean, how bad can it be, right? If I could do that, I should be able to do anything. So, something needs to probably scare to the right. We have a defeat there. We have a pullable rock, okay. So something should probably scare to the right. But not too far. So make him scared of the rock, and then also pull the rock at the same time. Well, that would certainly be a way to do it. Where that you try to run away, but it just chases you down, huh? Wonder what's with the funny block. Well, that's certainly one way to do it. The only problem is, how am I actually going to make fear rock at all? Well, I mean, I could try to use this block thing instead. This square. And then have it, like, mimic the rock or something. It would be rather interesting. What happens if I try to put this text up here now, for example? It's kind of hard to do with the rock in the way, so let's get out of the way. So if I try to do this, what's gonna happen? We have that flag down there. And Jeezy's afraid of the rock, that's fine. I guess I can see why that could be a slight issue. Yeah, because where would I put him? Put him like here and then push him in, I guess. What a weird little square. Well, the squares stop, which is interesting, so that's not going to make things very convenient. Ah, another interesting... the order of operations again, huh? Apparently shift movement and shift direction change happen not at the same time, but on different layers completely. Is direction changes like a status change, basically? Yeah, because I guess direction change is like a status change. I wonder if that really matters, though. Like, what does facing direction really influence? Move, I guess? So, yeah, what happens if something's facing right, it has move and shift. If something's facing right, it has move, and it's standing on something that has shift. Will it... Shift direction change happens with layer 3? What? So yeah, based on what you're saying, Shrugs, it sounds like if something has move that's facing right, but it's standing on something that shifts up, I guess it will move to the right, shift up, then change direction to face up. I guess that's one of the few things I could think of that actually, where moving direction actually makes a difference. Okay, let's try this. It's cool to be able to get a deeper understanding of this game. I always do like puzzles that kind of like repress your understanding of the game. Oh crap, that's the problem. I only have one GG, so that's not gonna work. Right, I can't do GG as push now, so how am I gonna move him? I guess. Whee! Ah, but the timing. I'm not gonna be get there fast enough. Thus we have our problem. I guess that's why we have a conditional? So I could have done GG above Baba Fear Rock. Let's try that and see what happens. Okay, I liked having GG where he was. I liked having you here. Yeah, you can see that in Parade. There's two belts next to each other facing different direction. If you put something onto one of the belts, it will change the facing direction to the direction of the other belt. There's two belts next to each other facing different direction. Oh, I didn't realize that. So it'll shift, and then where it ends up at its destination, it will then change direction. Oh, well, that's interesting. Yeah, I see what you're saying. It definitely does show it, huh? Huh, that's funny. But I guess maybe it makes sense with... But yeah, that's not a... It's weird. Why on the special movement layer and not on the status change layer? Funny. Alright, we gotta get a lot of text up here if I want to do this. Yeah, I wonder what the reasoning for that is. There probably is one. Starting to get used to using conditions. Really not so bad once you get used to them. Ah, that's our problem now. There are a number of weird things with the special movement layer follow. Huh. Yeah, why are those in the same layer, I wonder? Maybe it's just because they don't really, like, influence each other that much? Like, what would happen if you if something is telly and also has follow? Is it going to teleport and then change facing direction? Or what? That's what I wonder. I guess they just have their own... I guess they just have their own order within the special movement layer, huh? That they're processed. So that's why this doesn't work, obviously. Man, they have a lot of complex layers to this puzzle. Yeah, this within each layer is also in order, which makes sense. But But I mean, I wonder what the distinction of the layers is then. I guess the layers are, the distinction with layers is that rules are only processed between each layer, right? Is that basically it defines a point at which a rule reparse happens. Full house before telly, nice. Now what? So somehow, I guess this block has to come into play. Yeah, interesting. So what is with this block? I think you want a condition, but then I want to be able to turn it off somehow. GG above blank. Yeah, right here. What? Like, I'm out of things. We have this mimic here, but I feel like I'm out of words. I'm out of text. If I had the block up there instead of Baba, then what's the point of that? Like GG above and then have the block thing. I don't have it at the block thing, so I don't really see how that's gonna help. Jeez, what is up with this puzzle? Like, there's just so many moving parts that makes it difficult. Doesn't have to be GG, I guess. That's afraid of it. It could be like the block could be in place of GG right now. Maybe that's what I should do, actually. Maybe the block should be the thing that's going along. Because I guess that allows me so I don't have to have use this redundant text. Of course, getting that block around is kind of annoying, but that's fine. Just realize, why does the direction change with shift if the direction change only happens after the thing has been shifted off? In layer 1 there's both shift movement and direction change, and maybe there's an additional direction change. Yeah, I wonder. Yeah, I didn't even think about that. Yeah, is that if something touches it, yeah, maybe it does both. That's funny. Why the extra direction change then? This game is weird, huh? I mean, as if that wasn't obvious already. Of course this game is weird. I got it. How am I supposed to get this block up there? Not like that. I mean, I can try to use, like, Mimic to do some weird thing. Ah, I've got an idea. No, I don't, actually. I thought I was going to mimic the rock, but no. Oh, wait, I can't even get this up. Yeah, since when does this game make sense visually, huh? Don't try to try real-world logic to this, huh? That's just a futile effort. It's like, now I have to get this block up there. Man, just layer after layer of making this hard. Okay, can I make it afraid? Can I scare it up there, maybe? I can at least get it there. Maybe I could scare it up there with GG. Hey, GG, can you help me out here? You go there, please. Oh, not there, actually. Uh-oh. Great, I got the block in the way. Ah, this puzzle, huh? I will do it. All I gotta do is tell myself I will do it. That's definitely enough, right? Positive affirmations. Alright, this should help. This might help. So we can push it up here. I could scare it one more block up. Ah, yes, run away from me. Alright, there we go. Unfortunately, I still have this text in the way. Wow, you really have to have a plan with this, don't you? Now what? It's like I wanted to go to the... No, I almost wanted to go to the other direction. The stop is the real problem. Yeah, I don't think there's anything I could do now. Wow, this is hard. Let's see what else I could have done. How would I get to go farther up? We're gonna go there. That moves it. And of course, I don't have any way to get this text out of the way. Can I can get Gigi to mimic Baba. That'd be the one thing to me that seems like makes Mimic useful, is this. Maybe this will help me in some way. Doesn't seem like the best, but hey, it could turn out to be useful. Done, more, and play? Oh yeah, play. I remember that rule. More happens in the overlap check layer. Huh. Yeah, I don't know where else I would have put it, I guess. Yeah, what is more? It's kind of a weird thing. Done. Well, I guess that makes sense, maybe. Yeah, but it's not even... None of those have to do with overlap, so I guess they're just like a weird place to put it. Okay, now if I could just move this over... Which I think I could have done if I would have just gone a little bit farther. I really prefer to get it over here, I think. Ah, yes. I finally found a use for that Mimic. Took long enough. I am going to need to move it back over at some point. Level happens at the beginning of the overlap check layer. Okay. Yeah, it sounds about right, because I know when you do, like, level is defeat or whatever, it'll kill you on that same frame. Interesting, it's not at the end of the status layer. Okay. Man, you really... If you want to do, like, glitch levels and stuff like that, you really have to know the ins and outs of all this, huh? Okay, so what? I still have to move this thing around. That's what's annoying. Man, why does this block have to be so annoying to move around? Everything that doesn't fit into the other layers layer? Maybe. I mean, it just seems like... I just call it that, yeah, because it seems like that's where most of the overlap rules go. Huh. You always have some oddballs. As you saw, like, you have a direction change for some reason happening in layer 3, which is... I forget where most of that is. Yeah, bye-bye, Mike. Yeah, that's what happens when I try to do this on my laptop. Sound is not weird. Cool. That's the rule I like to hear. So I guess if that happens... Yeah, this level is annoying me, Shock, to put it lightly. Like, why do they have to put so many moving parts in this? What if Gigi is Gigi, and you make Gigi as you and Baba in the game? Like, stacking the two forest? Well, it probably just makes Gigi as you. Gigi as Baba will get ignored if Gigi as Gigi is applied. So, like, I can't do Gigi as Baba, and nothing happens. Oh, you or Baba. So yeah, so the way it works for us is that the rule GG is GG, what that does is it's basically an anti-transform. So whenever you have like object is object, it just means you can't transform that object into anything else. So they just don't want me transforming GD into something else for whatever reason. I mean, there's probably some easy cheese you could do with that. I don't want to think about this puzzle right now. This one's a nightmare. Like, what the heck? Like, there's just so many moving parts, but I'm getting closer. And why was I stuck on Skygate? Let's figure... Oh, that's a lot of... That's a lot of rules. Why do I feel like I've never looked at this one? I don't think I have. I think I must have just forgotten about it, because this doesn't look familiar whatsoever. I kind of like this little, thing here. Yeah, look at this little barrier full of a bunch of little symbols. That's cool. Alright, so what are our rules? We have a lot of stop things. Text does not move. This one's actually really cool. Nice. Yeah, I don't think I've ever looked at this one, Shock, so this will be exciting. So we have a lot of stop things, which is most of the things in this puzzle. It's a nudge puzzle, so we're going to have to do some mudging. It looks like a lot, but stick with it. Cool, I will. It sounds like it's going to be worth it. Alright. Ah, so I can disable the ice here. Yeah, I must have just forgot about it, Shrugs. Yeah, you're right. I think I just unlocked the puzzle and I completely forgot about it. That's funny. Okay, so dust is cloud. So we lock ourselves in here when I do this. But it does unlock all of these ises. So I'm going to need something with nudge. Or move, perhaps. Ooh, this is sneaky. I'm going to need to probably get somehow... Ah, so yeah, I need to get all three of these. Curious. Text. Do I want text? Rocket is stop, so I can put like a stop point. I can have the... I can't do text as move. I wish I had more rockets. What am I supposed to do with just a single one? And why do I have all these stops here? This is very odd. But I can do text as nudge. Nudge to the left, though. Why to the left? Oh, we have a facing condition. Ah, I haven't seen conditions in a while. Oh, nah, it's true. I've seen above, but I haven't seen this particular word in a while. Maybe it's like facing text? Oh, that's interesting. So maybe I'm going to have an up and down moving rocket, but it's going to need to kind of like nudge itself over several times. I guess it would start here. Facing what? Too bad I don't like facing cloud. Yeah, because I could have a move. You could talk about order of operations like 700 more hours. Hey, I mean, it's interesting stuff. I appreciate you talking about it. That's what chat's for, right? Just to talk and say whatever fun stuff you want to say. So with this rocket, yeah, I can have an up and down moving rocket. I could definitely do rocket as move and nudge over on the right. I think I need to nudge it to the left several times. And then have it basically set all these. But what's my condition going to be? What's the nudging going to do? I don't have a not, so I can't do like not facing text. Like, I prefer to not nudge. I need to move. Do you know what nudge does? I thought it just like basically shifts the 90 without changing its facing direction. Let's see if I'm right about that. Huh, getting stuff up here is actually kind of annoying. I don't know why I have that little cloud there. Yeah. It's basically kind of like a move, but it doesn't change the facing direction. Man, this is going to be weird. Nudge and move at the same time. This is fun. This is going to be funny. I'm going to see that. I'm going to make it do it just to see it. to see if it's going to do what I expect it to do. I'm going to see a push, but I think the purpose of push is just to do the setup. Whatever kind of setup I'm going to have here. So go around here. Let's see. This is going to make it do some really weird stuff. It's going to be like bouncing around diagonally. Maybe that's actually the idea. Yeah, this is annoying to... let's see what you got here. Barry, the last thing that is checked in a turn is crash, which just causes the game to crash. That's funny. They have a rule for crashing the game. Nice. It doesn't actually crash the game, I guess. Okay, well that obviously didn't... Yeah, because the rocket's not facing the right way. Crap. Well, if it was, it would be moving diagonally. Well, maybe that's the idea. Maybe this is supposed to be a diagonally moving rocket. So if it goes up here, it'll push up. And then if it moves down, it'll nudge, nudge, nudge. Then it will bounce off here, go over here, here, and then get stuck in this corner. So that's not quite it. It causes the infinite loop screen, yeah. That's funny, crash. Crashed a level. So I think I probably wanted, maybe I wanted to always be nudging. Well, I guess I can't do a condition on nudge anyways. But I want to only move sometimes. So I probably want to like start it here or something. I could have it move to push the first thing in. And now... Yeah, nudge it, nudge it, nudge it. Nudge it while it's moving. That'll allow it to kind of get it over here. The common infinite loop is X feeling Y is not Y. Yeah, I was wondering what that would do. Yeah, it's like a paradox. I was wondering what that would do. So what would be nice if I could do like rock facing... Or not rock. Rocket. Rock. Oh, goodness. Yeah, I wonder what rock and rocket would do in, like, letters. So, like, if you do Baba is rocket, Baba is rocket with letters, does it turn him into a rock and a rocket? That would be pretty funny. You could do, like, a troll level with that. You think so? Oh, man, that's hilarious. It's like that wall in all troll level. Yeah, I'll bounce up there. I don't want him to bounce here. I can't do a conditional nudge, so he's always going to be trying to nudge this way. Well, if I assume that's the case, then I really have to be careful with this. What's the order of operations with this? Let's find out. So I'm gonna make this thing face down, for example. We have all these stops, which I assume are probably gonna be to mess with my conditioning. What about the halting problem, Shock? Does something remind you of that in this? Or just the fact of the infinite loop paradox thing? X feeling crash is not crash. Yeah, basically, it was kind of similar to that proof, huh? Okay. Ah, there we go. So move happened first. Yeah, it's like that that machine they do in the halting problem that Where it's like that, it reminds me of that thing that says this sentence is false, huh? That's what it reminds me of. Okay, so it looks like move happens first. Gotcha. Order of operations. Alright, based on that, what can I conclude? So move will happen, nudge, move, nudge, move, nudge. I could maybe just bounce it off of stuff. Move, nudge. Just bounce it up here. Move, nudge. Move, nudge. Am I doing that right? So we go like this, this, this. Bounce it off the top wall. This, this. Then this, this. And then just go up there. That'll be fine. I think I just need to bounce it once. Huh, guess we'll see if I'm right about this. I feel like I'm missing something because there's no facing involved in this. Let's see what's wrong with this strategy. I'm going to put that here. I'm going to put a deflect here. And then we're going to do this setup. Get you guys out of the way. Yeah, you're curious too. Alright, we'll find out, I guess. We'll find out together. Or we'll find out if nothing's wrong with it at all. Yoink, yoink, yoink. Deflect, deflect. Push that. Go, 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 go. What the heck? I cheesed it. Use only intended stat right away. Well, I cheesed it. Yeah, that seems to have worked. Okay, what was the intended strat, Shock? What was I supposed to do with that facing? I'll find out. Oh, will I? Ah, there's a variant. So, in reality, was what I found was the intended strat for this puzzle, and the variant has the harder version. But then again, that would be kind of weird that the facing just wasn't used at all. Okay, so let's see. It's not going to be so simple now. Wow, we have a lot of things to get rid of. Wait, what is this mess down here? Rocket is shift? Excuse me? That's funny how much, just how many rules they have in some of these. Yeah, maybe, I guess that this time I may need to facing. Okay. Rocket is shift. Why? I don't know. Ooh, but that's interesting. Because I guess now they added like an extra gap above it. So that's going to be a slight issue. Yeah. There's like freaking so many rule text. I'd say at least like 15% of the puzzle is rule text. Well, no, I think that's wrong. It's like 10% probably. Even that. But there's a lot of rule text, huh? But I guess they just said spaces as compared to empty space. Yeah, as far as empty space goes, I wonder what the ratio is. So this is a problem because we have the empty space above each of these, and so how do I make it not screw it? How would I get that up there? Maybe what I need to do is just shift a UFO to push the is up. That might actually be what I need to do. That would make sense, right? So have a UFO here, have the rocket go flying through, shift it up. But of course the problem with that is I need to make sure that I'm not moving the rocket up by accident. Because the rocket is moved, it's still going to be on. I guess it could be conditional move, maybe. So like, it could only move, say, when it's facing something. So we'll go up here. Can I push these around? Yeah, if I get this push out of the way, I can. Give me that, please. It's almost like extra stuff in some of these. You go there, and I realize I'm short a third thing. That's fine. The last one doesn't have a space above it, so I can just have the rocket go flying through. 56 rule text. Okay, so the rocket can go flying through here, but have it be conditionally moving. So what would the condition be, I wonder? I'll have to think about that. But either way, I'd want it to be facing up here, shift that thing over, have it nudging over here, somehow have it face down for whatever reason, like facing text maybe? Of course, the problem is it will be... well, no, I guess it won't be facing text after shifting the UFO, will it? It'll be facing a UFO. 12% of the level is rule. Hey, I guess 10% was a good estimate then. Hashtag, they did the math, eh? Yes, Shrugs did. Okay, yeah, I think I see what I'm supposed to do with this. It's funny, I have a lot fewer stop text now. So I'm probably going to want rocket facing text is move. That'll change the facing direction. So I'm probably going to want a stop text here to shift to make it turn around. We'll shift that UFO, and then I'm going to need another one here to make it go up. But is that actually going to get it through here? Yeah, I guess it will. It's not going to bounce off this left wall. It won't deflect off of it. Well, I can just give up UFO's push. So I can give up this stop up here. I can give up this push, because I'm not going to need this anymore, except for the rocket. Get the rocket in place. Oh, really? Did you miss some? Did you miss some, Shrugs? I mean, there was that's funny. There was that one level. Remember that tiny level? That one was like 90% rule text, huh? Okay, I think that'll be a good spot for it. So we're gonna nudge it, and then we're gonna have that conditional push thing. Or conditional move, rather. You go there. Yeah, this one I probably do need the facing. I don't really see a way to get away with it. Because, yeah, I need some kind of condition on that move, I'm pretty sure, and that's the only condition I really have in this puzzle. Oh, I see what you're saying. You can change the properties of text. Oh, you're counting rules. I thought you were just counting text in general. Theoretically, I guess every text here could light up. Who knows? I see, so you weren't counting the text you can push around. Alright, let's see if this does it. Go there, please. Text in general, okay. I wonder if you can get more text in this puzzle. I guess so. You could do like UFO as text if you really want to. Ah, crap. Why did you... Oh, I forgot to disable it. Whoops. There we go. You go over there, please. Turn around, and now turn around and go nowhere because it's not... That's not facing text? Is that not how facing works? Oh well, I have a third one. I thought facing was like at any distance. Does facing have to be directly facing, I guess? Like it has to be the very text? Why was I thinking it was at any distance? Facing is directly facing, huh? Okay, I was a little bit off. Oh, seeing. Okay, thanks, Shrugs. I knew I was thinking of something that worked that way. Yeah, I guess you're right, Shock, because I remember, now that I think about it, I definitely remember facing levels, and yeah, it can't be at any distance. Seeing is the rule I'm thinking of. Whoops. Okay, I need to disable the thing again. Yeah. Seeing is infinite range. Oh, I assume seeing was blocked by just any object. Interesting. So if you have multiple objects like lined up, seeing will see all of them. Also use rocket facing text move. Interesting. Whee, up you go. Why did nothing disable? Oh wait, this is push. It's not empty. Stop objects block same. You're not expecting the clouds to align, eh? That was funny. Yeah, that other puzzle, I'm just like, diagonal movement. That's immediately when my brain shot to. Obviously wasn't intended. That was quick. Yay! Yeah, that was a fun puzzle. Yeah, you're right, Shock. That was a cool one. Good one to stick with. Ugh, this one, though. Look at it. Sometimes you just begin the puzzle with just a huge collection of items smack dab in the middle of the puzzle. By the way, Shock, I don't know if you saw, but I posted some level IDs in chat. I actually made some, I made 3 levels. But then again, I think I already told you that in, your stream. So it ain't as bad as it seems? Cool. Alright, I'm going to try not to let myself be hampered by the assumptions of the original puzzle and just take it at face value. No, I did it in my chat. But I don't know, it's like, you probably can't see that because you probably weren't here at the time. Yeah, I made some puzzles. I'll show the, well, you can probably see in the VOD if you want to see the, IDs. You can always check the VOD then. But yeah, I made 3 levels. Of course, it looks like they maybe aren't as elegant as they could have been, but oh well. I mean, I tried. I'm not as good as other people when it comes to figuring out all this nonsense. Okay, so we have what? We have a make in this puzzle. We have untransforming robot and rocket. We have this sink, of course. Empty never blocks seeing, even if it's stop. Huh. Hide things never block seeing. Well, I mean, that would make sense, right? If it's invisible, it shouldn't block anything, right? Just because I guess maybe they decide to make an edge case for what seems intuitive, that things that are hidden shouldn't technically block your view. And empty space obviously shouldn't theoretically block your view. So I guess maybe it's just like add a few extra things to make it Yep. Hey, I guess it does, huh? Hide actually has an effect on the puzzle itself. Yep. Sure, yeah. I mean, I guess that's gonna be. I guess that can be part of a puzzle. You can make it. You could probably make a puzzle based on that concept. Like you need to sneak past some ghosts or something, but if the ghosts see you, they kill you. So you have to hide. You have to make yourself hide in order to sneak past. Sounds like it could be a fun concept for a puzzle. Where's my win condition again? Ah, up there. UFO. Okay, just make UFO? UFO is going to be when? Well, the question is, what's going to make a UFO? Probably not the rocket, right? Because that would just be too easy. How am I going to get that over there in the first place? Well, yeah, you wouldn't want to go too overboard with it, or else it's just going to become annoying, huh? If you just have to make, like, everything hide. You know what's funny is I actually had an idea for a level, yeah, Shrugs. Here was one of my level ideas that I don't know if I want to actually attempt. I was going to make a level that basically works entirely on sound. That everything is hidden, and then you hear just spooky thing. There's like spooky atmosphere, but it's actually a sound-based puzzle. That would probably just be too annoying, but I thought it was a funny concept you could do with hide. Like, what if, technically, it was a puzzle where you navigate by sound? Like, use the sound of the key opening or dying or whatever to eventually get your way through. At the very least, would be unique. Yeah, Witness fan. Oh, yeah. Let's see how many stupid ideas I can come up with for puzzles. Okay, so what's the deal with this? If I try to make... I can't make Rocket his move up here. I don't think I have the rocket, so that's why I can't just very obviously, do that, right? Well, let me see. So we had this. Like, the closest I could set this up is like here. And then could I actually get Rocket his move up there? Well, if I could, it's not going to push the word Rocket across. Yeah, that's the problem. So what am I even going to get up here? Doesn't help that I don't remember how I saw the original. But what am I going to get up there? Some text has to come up there to do make. It's either robot. I guess robot would be the other one that would make sense, right? Because the rockets are probably going to need to move. I'm going to assume that's probably the case. I don't really see a good way to try to... If I had 3 rockets, maybe I could like move them all over and push the rocket all the way over there. But even if I did, it's not going to... No, actually that would probably win the puzzle, but I don't have a 3rd rocket. I don't think I can get one, can I? Okay, well, let's see what the problem is if I try to do something like this. I have another fun idea I'll have to try to see if I can refine then. It'll be certainly a unique concept, but someone else has probably done it for all I know. I just like making a lot of cheeky game concepts that are puzzle concepts that are a bit different than what you'd expect. Alright, let's get my rocket back. There we go. So the UFO has been made. Now what? Now I want to get through. But of course the issue is I'm going to run out of items. Oh, I only have full right. What? Yeah, before I think I used full left or something. I forget if full triggers sync. I doubt it. Sync is only an overlap check. It's never actually gonna overlap if it falls that way. I'm gonna be creative with this. So why would I want to fall things this way? I could fall some rockets over there, sure, and move them down. I don't see what the point of that is. I don't have the word UFO over here at all. What am I coming up with here? No, there's no way you could get rockets to move over there, right? That would just be crazy. Let's see what you got. You consider trying to make a Levo pack that's just a main game with randomizer with custom code or something. Yeah, I was gonna say, like, is there a Baba randomizer? What would a Baba randomizer look like? I imagine you'd have to have, like, if you solve a certain number of levels, because a lot of the levels would become unsolvable. Or something like you could take like items between levels. Yeah, what does a Baba randomizer even do? You could, like, randomly flip the level, I guess, and randomly change the colors and objects. I don't know what a Baba randomizer would actually do. Okay, so I have access to this bird. That's interesting, isn't it? I could do bird as move. I could actually fall myself. Oh, that's interesting. I could fall myself. Can I just fall myself through the dust then? Go over there. Yeah, I don't really see how you'd actually make an actual puzzle generator, like randomized puzzles. I don't see how that's gonna work. So I imagine, like, what you could obviously do is, like, for example, swap the colors and theme of the level randomly. Like, generate a random theme with randomized colors. And you could do, like, randomized objects. Like, just take the objects and swap them out with other objects. But other than that, I don't know how you'd really make it, like, meaningfully different, except as I said, something like you could bring objects in between levels. Whee! Ah, well, that's a bit of an issue. Well, maybe the other rocket can deal with that. Alright, other rocket, I might need your help. Yeah, you could reflect the puzzle. That's about it, huh? Okay, let's see what this does. Whee! Now hopefully that a rocket will save me. Thank you. Yeah, that wasn't so bad. As soon as I realized that bird was an open word, was an actual word you could use, that was easy. Getting pretty far in this world, but dang, I'm already running on time. But hey, I mean, I should feel pretty happy about today's progress. And by the way, on Friday, I'll probably be playing more of that Architect game, so that'll be cool. Yeah, I thought about that. A Baba randomizer, but I really don't see how that's going to work, at least not to make it particularly interesting. Ooh, what do we got going on here? Text on text is wall, so they don't want you to stack it. How would you even stack stuff in this anyways? Oh, because move and nudge is on the same layer? Or at the same, yeah, it happens at the same time? Gigi is not skull. Yeah, I don't see how to do a randomizer, huh? Baba can't transform. Gigi can. Skull can't. So Baba's the only thing that can transform, but he's you, so probably not. Okay, so maybe a transformation sits in the ticket. Flower on Gigi is wall, flower on Baba is wall. So it's like a one-time use thing. We have to sink something, and then we have to sink another thing at the bottom of the puzzle to win. Oh, you know what? Yeah, what if I actually do lose control temporarily? Because I would technically, I would be able to kind of move myself around if I, became, say... Yeah, like if I lost control, technically with nudge, I could be nudged in here. Nudged through the flowers. To do that, I probably want to... How am I going to get rid of that sinking thing? For block pushing games like this, randomization is very boring. Yeah, I mean, it'd be hard to make good randomization that would actually make an interesting puzzle. I have no idea how you managed to pull it off. What am I putting through? Because Gigi and Baba will both cause an issue. What's coming through here? Text, I guess, is. Text can come through there and I could sink some. So I could just give up one piece of text basically to... So I could shift through, I could nudge myself through while pushing some text, sink that. Move happens first, so if I was moving down and nudging to the right, I would move down, but then the problem is I would end up falling into that water. So how would I stop moving at that point? We have near, which is interesting. It'd be very, very, very hard or completely impossible. Oh, for sure. I mean, it's probably not impossible. It's obviously not impossible to do some randomization, right? Actually make it interesting. Well, for one, that's a subjective thing, right? Like, what is considered interesting or not. But either way, yeah, making a good one. Yeah, I think you'd be very hard pressed if you made a randomizer to actually get it to the point where most people would say it's actually good. Wow, what am I gonna do about that water at the bottom? Near what? Near what? There's a near here, but near what? There's like near Baba and near Gigi? Did they send them both through at once, maybe? I guess I could. Maybe if they were stacked together, they could both get through. That would be interesting. Actually making a working randomizer? Well, let's say you had just a randomizer that did what we said, swapped the colors, theme, and object types. Would that be very hard? I mean, I don't know how the levels are encoded, but I imagine that modding the levels is pretty easy. I could be wrong, I guess. I'd assume modding this game is pretty easy. But yeah, actually making it interesting, that's the part that I don't really see how you pull off. So maybe I need to send Gigi and Baba in both at once. Yeah, that wouldn't be hard to mod the game itself, huh? So that'd be a basic quote-unquote randomizer, just to make the levels look really goofy and random. And then, like, randomize the order of the levels themselves, so, like, you never know what level you're gonna get, like, it randomly swaps levels around. And then what if you include a bunch of user levels, too? Oh, goodness, that'd be a nightmare. So you could end up with, like, any level appearing at any point in the game. If you're doing it quote-unquote interesting, it wouldn't be interesting. Yeah, it's not gonna be like the Windows Rando where you actually get new puzzles. I don't know, some people like just like the randomness of just seeing the game get screwed with. But yeah, generally a good randomizer would change the way you play the game, huh? It wouldn't just be do the same solutions. So let's say Gigi was nudging over there. I could follow him in with something that I sink, I guess. Then if I have a near skull, why the near skull thing? Is move maybe. And then if Gigi moves downwards when he's near the skull, I can push Gigi down here, and then he'll nudge over and sink himself in the water. That's the plan. That's the plan here. As if they're not puzzled to make the puzzles quote unquote good, yeah. So yeah, it's probably just a fool's errand to try to make a Baba randomizer, huh? Okay, so I think I know what my rules are now. I want Gigi is nudged to the right. And I want Gigi near Skull is move. Right? I must be missing something though, because we have these Baba texts that I didn't use. Ah, that's not gonna... I can't do Gigi as push now. That's the problem. Yep. That's the rub. And they don't want you to stack text here. I guess they knew that that would cheese it. Okay, so that would have been the plan, but how can I fix that? So you try to follow him in. Try to use one of these Babas to sink it. See how close this is at least. Oh, that's funny. He nudged me. Uh-oh. Why am I getting nudged by him? Oh, Baba is push? What? I did not see that. Block pushing puzzles are just different than, for example, line drawing puzzles because you can't randomize good puzzles. Baba is push, yeah. Interesting. So, I guess has there ever been an attempt? Has there been an attempt to, like, randomize Sokoban and it just never works out? Darn Baba is push. I mean, if anything, I could, like, something like this. So I could get on top of this guy. Where did I want to put him now? Here. Wait, what am I doing? No, just move everything over. Yeah, I wonder if there's actually been attempts at, like, Sokoban randomizers. I guess it didn't go too well. Wee! Ooh, snap. Okay, well, they definitely aren't these definitely aren't simultaneous, are they? Looks like... What happened first here? Looks like you happened first. Well, yeah, you and nudge aren't simultaneous. That's the problem. Yeah. Well, I mean, like, I'm thinking of Sokoban, right? Like, it's literally just block pushing, and that's the whole idea. I mean, maybe some people wouldn't consider that good, but, I mean, it's been a popular enough puzzle. Oh, yeah, for most puzzles, yeah, block pushing is just a placeholder. But, I mean, yeah, if you could somehow randomize the... like, the actual gimmick or idea of the puzzle, but I don't really see that happening. I feel like a lot of these games explore their concepts to such a degree that there's not really much you can do with randomizing it. So yeah, I see what you're saying. Like, a lot of these things, like, they're focused on brilliant ideas, which a randomizer probably couldn't pull off. It feels like I have to stack these somehow. Like, how else would I get both of these through? Unless they're both Babas? Like, sure, I could get two of the same thing. Gigi does turn into Baba. In fact, I guess that's probably part of the puzzle because I noticed that Gigi is not skull text at the top of the puzzle. But then, good luck trying to get one of them, only one of them transformed. A very curious puzzle. What is going on? Yeah, I mean, yeah, you probably could. I imagine I could probably make a mod at some point, yeah, that randomizes the rules of Understand. But a lot of it would probably be like selecting for a preset list. But then again, who knows? You could probably come up with some way to randomize rules and Understand. Which would be cheeky. An Understand randomizer. Maybe it could be done. It'd be a lot of work, and it might not necessarily... It might be more annoying than anything. Oh, this is interesting. Skull is move. I just noticed that. The skull is, like, facing back and forth. That doesn't really do anything, though. I have move, and I haven't really been using it. Human move doesn't really work either, does it? Because I'll just get pushed again. So maybe what I need is Baba is move and Baba is nudge. Those will work. So maybe I was close. That's why we have the second Baba. I need Baba to be facing to the right. Perhaps have Baba moving. And understand level editor. Yeah, I wonder. You'd have to do like scripting, yeah. I mean, you could do like some kind of like Python or scripts or whatever. But yeah, that'd be annoying to try to set up in the game. Yeah, you'd have to set up some kind of like scripting language, huh? As I said, if you wanted to make a level editor, sure. But if you wanted to make a randomizer, I'd probably have like a preset list of rules to pull from. And then they would randomize based on like different combinations of those, like this rule and that rule, or something like that. I don't know. Or like X number of turns or something, but you could randomize what X is. Okay, so I'm getting close now. I think I'm on Baba moving and Gigi nudging, or what? One of the two combinations. Someone's gonna be moving, someone's gonna be nudging. Now the question is, yeah, because the problem is if I want to have one of them be pushed, I know Baba's pushed, but it's not particularly helpful. Unless I could do like Gigi is Baba after shifting down, but that's probably not going to happen. Well, maybe actually. I guess that if move is over there, then maybe it is Gigi near skull is Baba or something like that. That might do it actually. That would get us both through, and then one of the Babas sinks. That's tricky. Okay, so you're going to be nudging. Baba's going to be moving. We're gonna do that once we get near the skull. We could turn one of them into a Baba. Yeah. Exactly, like, yeah, for sure. Like, if the rules are too obscure, because that's the thing about understand, right? Because the rules make sense, an intuitive sense, that's the only reason you could figure them out. So, yeah. That's what I'd be worried about with randomizing that, honestly. Is it, well, would it be still reasonable to solve, or would it just get annoying with how convoluted the rules are that don't make any intuitive sense? That's why I question whether or not it'd be very randomizable in any interesting way. Alright, now if I could just get on top of this guy. Dang it, Move and Nudge are still fighting each other. Can I catch up with him? Kind of. No, but he still pushed me. This is so weird seeing this guy like just. Maybe I just nudge them both in. You know, like this puzzle or the variant, eh? I feel like it's not that hard. I'm just being dumb. Yeah, Shrug says you could introduce some kind of complexity score, and yeah, something like that. Like maybe different combinations of rules would lead to interesting puzzles. Or maybe you could think of new rules that didn't appear in the base game, and those could show up. You won't mess with it, or it's sun. It's sun. It's birthed the sun. Okay, so it seems like having one move and one nudge just isn't gonna work. Okay, so could I just... I don't want to nudge it. See, that's the problem. I don't want to nudge that into the pool. Well, I need to sync something anyway, so I'll be syncing some text probably. So which one's gonna stop? Maybe I did need it. Maybe I was right with the conditional move, and I just need to nudge both of these. I don't know if I have enough ises for that. Yeah, it might be. It might. Yeah, you might be able to make somewhat interesting randomization with understand, huh? All right, I guess I'm gonna have to give these both the same. Which isn't nice because it uses up both of my ISIS, but it doesn't seem like having one do one and one do the other is working. I guess the game just won't work like that, unfortunately. Yeah, Insight will be a little bit easier to deal with, and I think it'll be more interesting, so that's why I kind of want to deal with that. Okay, so what am I going to do? Okay, so, yeah, I'm out of ISIS. I guess that's why I have an extra Baba text. Yeah, I have an extra Baba text, probably to put like something here, some rule here. Near skull is the only one thing that makes sense to me. So if we assume this is part of the puzzle, then what is the rest? This is if I want to do 2 moves. Does I have to avoid that water? Well, I mean, I just do that by sacrificing some text. I'm out of things. It's like just one of them's a nudge. That doesn't seem super great. I don't know. So this is hard to figure out what tangle of rules exactly we want for this. Okay, let's get you to the point where you can actually stack on me. Is he still gonna push me? I mean, I don't know what's with Baba's push, but it definitely makes this more annoying. I don't know what I exactly think is going to happen here, but at least I want to see if I can even stack these guys at all. Yeah, I could do it like that. So I got them both through. So what happened here? Ah, so I can stop myself from falling in. If I move, I can use up or down to stop myself from falling into the skull. Of course, I can't do it now. Yeah, like, I don't seem to actually be able to get out of here. Interesting. Okay, and what if I nudge them both instead of moved? Say I swap this. Is this gonna help me at all? Oh, what the heck? It's like, ah! Oh goodness, you're facing the wrong way, dude. Yeah, it still doesn't give you anything to sync. Wish I could have done Gigi as the condition instead. That certainly would have been nice. Or if I could, like, control him. But I don't have any way to push him, so what's the point? Oh, right. Near doesn't apply if you're stacked. Maybe that's the key. Near doesn't apply if you're stacked, so technically I could do, like, Near Baba. Oh, boy. But, I mean, I feel like I didn't really see a puzzle that did that. Like, I don't know if that's ever really been a thing. It seemed like... Let's just check that. How do I even check that, though? I can go here. That guy here. Let me check that. I feel like that's the case. No, I guess I'm wrong. Well, I don't know what order this parsing is happening in. I feel like there was a puzzle that had that though, where it wasn't applying. I think it was like the glitch one. Yeah, maybe I'm wrong. But I thought I remember there being a thing like that, where there was a puzzle where I was very weirded out because it wasn't working that way. And no, I don't think that's gonna be the key. I don't really get it. Well, that's enough of working on this. Maybe since I know which ones I'm stuck on, I know which ones I can work on off stream. So I'm gonna be working on that one off stream. I'm gonna be working on this one off stream. And maybe next stream I could finally finish the game, huh? As I also work with that one text stacking puzzle. Where else do I have like a large number of puzzles undone? Mostly in probably the familiar land. Huh, what was this? Yeah, I remember this. I've already looked at this, so I'm not going to look at it again for now. And what do we have up here? Oh, now I've looked at that one like 3 times. The object isn't... Oh, the object isn't near itself. Okay. So object on the same tile and near it, it's just the object isn't near itself. Okay, so that's what I wasn't seeing. I don't think I've checked this puzzle yet. Lock? Oh, that's cool. I didn't know there was a lock. Let's look at these. I don't think I've seen that yet. And what's this puzzle? Oh, yep, I remember that nightmare. But I don't think I've seen puzzle 23 yet. This is cool. Empty, mimic, empty. Yeah, that's real helpful. This is funny. And we got this spooky wind. What happened? So as soon as I do that, the flag's gone. What's my wind condition here? Probably just flag. Rock will kill me. Gotcha, okay. Empty is empty. I'm gonna mimic puzzle. We have something up here. This is where I can get a lock is. Yeah. It never refers to itself, huh? So like blank on blank, blank near blank, facing blank, any of that stuff, huh? It will never refer to itself, the on condition. That makes sense. Yeah, it seems like that's true. So lock is, we need to deal with that lock. So we need to make the lock something. Now to do that, I need to be able to come up. And of course the scrolls are going to block the way. I can give up one thing. If I get the rock in there, that'll definitely allow me to give up one Baba. So let's see what that does. Easier said than done. Man, trying to get this. Trying to get that in there. It's like, oh, that's violent. Poor Baba, I just crushed him. Maybe that's the problem, is how am I going to do that? I don't want him to kill him. What am I mimicking exactly? I mean, I can do empty as push, right? That'd be one way to get that up there. No, I guess not. That's why the skulls are there. It's not going to get any farther than that. Maybe empty as push is needed to kind of finagle this rock around. Ah, maybe that's why the mimic is there. Because I need to be able to push the rock too. And I only have one is. Okay. Sure. Ooh, one of your old editor experiments, eh? So another weird interaction to see, eh? Hey, I'm always down for some weird interactions. They're always pretty entertaining. Okay, this is going to be slightly annoying to deal with. Yeah, the puzzle itself is easy. Empty as push is always such a nightmare. Let's see, what would be the point of that? You can even do empty mimic Baba. Actually, maybe that's the best bet. Instead of push, I should be trying to do this instead. Okay, that almost worked. Yeah, it's another empty as you level, isn't it? Get that stuck over there. But now I just need to get the word empty up there. I guess I could have done that ahead of time. Yeah, maybe that's all this puzzle is. Wait, why is that near up there? Oh, that's going to be a problem. If I want to do this. So how am I going to get lock is empty now? Oh, something like that. Lock is empty, near empty. It's like I had that near had to be there. I don't have a second Baba, too. I'm not entirely sure about that. Yeah, let's get that down there. Let's try this. I want to get the is over a little. Ah! Empty, near empty, mimic Baba. Darn it. That's why it's messed it up. Okay, well, what if I don't put the empty in just right away? This at the very least allows me to get the is over farther. I also still need to move the rock. Let's move you down there. Ooh. Be careful with this. Okay, I moved the rock too far. Yeah, I really have to be careful with that. Okay, now can I trap... I trapped the empty. When did I get up there? Okay, how about I just trap that? There we go, that'll help. I can't trap that now because of the rock. But I could trap it now, I think. Now we go up here. Where'd the is go? The is got trapped. So that's the issue with that. Can I just, like... put one of these Babas in there to stop that from happening? That'd be nice. Yeah, there's like so many conditions here to try to stop it from being easy. A weird puzzle. Oh, Rocket's push keeps getting destroyed now. Okay, we're good so far. Trap that. Oh, I don't have my win condition active. So I lost an is. I wonder if I could somehow finagle this is out of here. But I can't go too far. That's alright, I trapped that there. Can I finagle this darn is out of here? Darn empty as you. It's always so weird. If I could just get those Babas in there. How am I going to get that all the way through? Yay for finagle. Cool, I'll try yours after this because I almost had stream time. Man, this game could just fly by sometimes. I wonder if I should just get rid of... No, I'm gonna need the empty Mimic Baba. I was gonna say, like, I wonder if I put that rock up there, I can totally get rid of empty Mimic Baba. But I don't think that's good because I still need to get an is through. This is very kind of stuck. I don't want to get stuck up there. You shaved the kitties? I gotta give them the cut, huh? Do I even need this word rock? Yep, gotta do it, huh? Even though they might not like it. How do your cats react to getting shaved? Ooh, yeah, I remember you say that. That poor Winston can have some digestive issues, huh? Ah, the kitties. So if I were to do this, how would this even work? I'd have to push that through so many spaces. I have to get all 3 of these tiles through. Is that ever gonna happen? Yeah. Oh yeah. I guess the cats. That's good. The cats appreciate the results. They just know that it was annoying, but they know that afterwards they feel better, huh? So maybe it's all okay. Ugh. Time for the puzzle to get on my nerves. How about you stay up there? Okay, well that's something. We got them all together. Hey, that's pretty good. Okay, I don't want to lose it there. What I really would like to do is get someone through like that. It's like one of these block pushing Sokobans. Okay, we've got one through. Good. It's like if I lose the... Oh, crap. And I would have to do this without the bog? Yeah, that's like anything else you do for your cats, huh? They don't like it at the moment, but they realize they feel better afterwards. They might not be able to connect the pieces as to why, huh? It's like, I feel better for some reason. Well, clearly wasn't... Yeah, well, I'll make sure to complain the next time it happens, huh? Even though, yeah, they don't realize that, well, that was the reason, huh? You feel better. It's because of the cut. Ah, cats. Animals in general, huh? Gotta love them, huh? Sometimes they're not aware of when you're trying to help them. Daisy's sweet, terrified of everything. Yeah. Well, it's interesting. Yeah, I never generally don't think of cats as like being afraid with being predators and all, but I guess they recognize there's a huge difference between their prey and something large that they're not familiar with. I don't know if I'm doing this puzzle right, but yeah, I'm just gonna end up getting stuck on this. Yeah, cats are also prey. I guess that's the thing, huh? The hunter can get hunted. They are small in comparison to a lot of other things, huh? Birds, I guess, will hunt cats, huh? Depending on the size, small ones. Well, I already lost anyways. This is interesting because that flag is win is like offset. Wow, if you even move down once, you lose. Interesting. Well, that was a very weird stream. All sorts of stuff happened. Huh? Oh yeah, Shrugs, let's check out your showcase. And then maybe I'll end with that. Hey, I made good progress. I completely wrecked that one area. Cursed thing, I guess. Okay. It looks pretty normal. Alright, what did you do to this? There's something behind that door. I see it back there. There's something behind that door. There's a lock back there. Oh yeah, the item ordering reversal. I've seen this. I saw this in another stream. Someone made a puzzle based on this. Yeah, the fact that undo doesn't actually undo in this case. It just reinserts the item on the stack, but the ordering becomes different. That's funny. But it's consistent at least, right? It's not random, because you can see that, yeah, it's swapping. It just reinserts it at the top, and so it ends up in a different order when you end up undoing it. Cursed. Oh, yes, that's very cursed. That's funny. Yeah, I've seen a puzzle that actually used that. It was very dumb, but we figured it out. Yay! Yep, that's funny. Thanks, Shrugs and Shock, for stopping by. It was fun hanging out. I'll see you, Shock, for your stitching stream, of course. Yep, objects also have an order. Yeah, I guess they pretty much have to, huh? At least in the data structure. That's funny. I mean, I guess shut and open is one of those weird things where like it doesn't apply to every single object on the stack. if there's several objects stacked. It will only apply to one of them, like based on the count. Weirdness. But yeah, I'll be back tomorrow probably for the Architect's Expedition. That'll be fun. I'll continue playing that game. It'll be a chill time. And yeah, I'll see you guys possibly in a shock stream. If not, I'll see you tomorrow. Alright, bye everybody. Good night. Yeah, because it's a special... Shut and open is a weird check, huh? As we discussed, it seems to like do its own stuff. Anyways, I'm hungry, so... Good night, everyone. Get some sleep.